Yo, what's going on today, guys? It's Rick here coming at you with a tech review on the iPad 9th generation, the cheapest iPad model on Apple's website at the moment. This bad boy, I use it every single day, and I don't think 99% of the world needs anything more than this. The iPad 9th generation starts out on Apple's website at $329, and when I say this iPad is for 99% of people, it's because there's two kinds of people in the world that need iPads. One, the casual user. You're sitting on the couch, you don't want to stare at your phone like you do all day. Like, everyone has their phone and they stare at it all day. It's 2023, like, you're just going to be on your phone more than you want to begin with. And that's where I was when I first got this. I was like, I watch a lot of sports at night. I'm looking up stats all the time. I just want an iPad to sit there, look up sports. If I want to do a little bit of video editing, I can do it on it. If I want to do a little video games on it, play some like Teamfight Tactics or Call of Duty Mobile. Let's get the cheap one first, try it out. If I don't love it and I feel like I'm not getting enough power from it, I'll just give it to my daughter eventually. Our daughter was about to be born when I bought this iPad, and I was like, I don't want my daughter to be an iPad kid, but like at the same time, at some point, they're gonna need an iPad, whether we're traveling or something like that. So I was like, worst comes to worst, just goes to the daughter. So I came into it with very low expectations, not expecting anything great out of the iPad. Like, it's $329, and if you look at the prices of the other ones, like the iPad 10th generation now, which is like basically the same thing with a different display / look, $449. iPad Airs at $599, which was the one that I was contemplating getting, which is almost double the price of this. And then the iPad Pro, which realistically, starting at $799, that is a laptop replacement. Like, it just is at the end of the day, and that's the other market that iPad does go into. So if you're not someone that uses a laptop every day and you're like, hey, maybe I want to go to an iPad instead, that's your market. Like, I wouldn't go for anything other than the iPad Pro if that's what you're doing. But for 99% of the world, are you really on a laptop that much anymore? Like, other than like students and then like rare people that have like their own jobs at home that they're working for themselves, that's like a different market. But 99% of people, when they're on their iPads, they're usually just looking stuff up, watching YouTube, whatever. So let's start talking the specs of the iPad 9th generation. So the iPad 9th generation has a 10.2 Retina display. Every other iPad at this point has a liquid Retina display, so it is slightly behind the times of the liquid display. But from personal experience, it's not that big of a difference for most people. If you're like really picky, then maybe it is worth that extra $120 for the 10th generation. But the only thing really difference you're getting between the 9th and the 10th generation is the display is a little different. You get 1 year model newer of the chip, which both these chips are pretty similar. And then the main difference on the 10th generation is the camera. If you're doing a lot of FaceTiming or video recording, it's probably worth to get it at the 10th generation. But if you're not FaceTiming on this, like, I never FaceTime. Like, never. Like, FaceTiming is something that I don't like to do, and I'm sure most males are in the same situation, unless you have like a long distance girlfriend or something like that, grandma, grandparents. Like, that's really the only time I ever FaceTime. So I would never spend an extra $100 on a slightly better camera. So something that is interesting though with this here is it is only supported by the first generation Apple Pencil. If you are a drawer or anything like that, that might be something that is important to you, and I would definitely do more research into to see if this is something that you'd want to start with. I mean, for a starting point, I'm sure it's great, but if you're trying to get into a new business or advancing your drawing skills, I'd probably go towards more of a drawing tablet. If not, go to like an iPad Pro. There's so many different options for drawing out there. So I did just want to throw that out there, that this is going to be very basic when it comes to drawing. I would not recommend it for drawing. And then when it comes to cases, keyboards, all that stuff, most iPad keyboards do work with it, smart keyboards, but I personally just use like a standard case. Like, I can look at it like this if I want, like old school. Like, if I want, I can prop it up like this. Like, it's nothing special. Like, this isn't a fantastic case by any means, but as an average user of an iPad, this works perfect. I can prop it up in front of my screens while I'm watching it during work. Like, I use this to watch esports all day during work. I watch sports on it. I watch a ton of things on it during work. Like, I bring it to work with me when we're in office. I put it in front of my keyboard. I set up when I'm at home. I mean, you really can't go wrong if you just want to watch things on this, because it looks good. It still looks great. I'm telling you, even with the older display on it, I don't have any issues just watching sports on it. Let's talk about how I use this on a regular basis. So for me personally, the 9th generation iPad works fantastic because I really only use it to watch stuff. Like at the end of the day, I do some note taking, I do some gaming, but for the most part, probably 90% of this is just to watch things, whether it's YouTube at any point in the day. I like watching YouTube in bed. I like watching YouTube on the couch. Works great. For me during work, I'm usually having it propped up on my desk right in front of my screen. So if I have actual work going on and I can like glance down and see, oh, someone hit a home run in this baseball game. Oh, esports are going on. Let's turn on Counter-Strike right now. See if Cloud9's playing. See if FaZe is playing. See, just watch something, you know, just watch anything at any point in the time. That's how I use this iPad mostly. Other than that, I take some notes on it. I play some video games on it, but other than that, it's not anything crazy. But for those that are interested in the note taking, whether in school or whether you are wanting to use it for video games, I did test those out for you as well. So note taking, I just use notes in here, and I do it a lot for my YouTube videos. And when I'm thinking of ideas or I need to keep certain statistics, I use my iPad all the time and just go in there, type it out like I would on a normal computer, and it works great. I usually do it on my iPhone as well because a lot of the times I think of these ideas and my iPad's not with me. I don't have it with me. Like, it's not something that you want to carry around every single day with you, but for home purposes on the couch, I use it all the time for notes. If you're in school, it's probably fantastic for notes. And then where a lot of people are going to have questions, how do video games run on this iPad? Because I'm sure a lot of parents out there are looking to see if this is an iPad that will run mobile games. So I come from the generation that doesn't play a lot of mobile games. I'll be completely honest. Like, I play some, like Teamfight Tactics is probably my favorite game to play. And then there's Call of Duty Mobile, and I have Roblox on here. So I tested these 3 games out, and honestly, it's so surprising how smoothly they run. Like, for this being a $329 iPad, they run fantastic. I am not good at mobile games, so do not judge me for my gameplay here. I know I do play a lot of video games at home, but it's with a mouse and keyboard, and it's much different. But they run very smooth. I can't complain anything. They look great. Colors look good. They've run smooth and honestly have 0 complaints. I'm sure if you're like really in the mobile gaming, you'd want to get a step up on the processor, whether it's the iPad Air or the iPad Pro. But for basic gaming needs, which most people playing mobile games are probably children, this is probably fantastic. Like, absolutely must buy. Now the question that everyone wants to know, should you buy this iPad? I couldn't tell you a reason why not to. Like, if you are looking for a everyday iPad that you can just use at home, casually around the house, maybe some gaming here and there, maybe some minor video editing here and there, this is the iPad for you. If you're looking to do something more advanced like drawing or really intense video editing, which you should just do on your computer in the first place, or everyday work stuff, you're going to want to look at a different model. But I'm telling you, for what 99% of people use these for, like, I know a lot of people with iPad Pros and they use them for the exact same reason, because they end up deciding that, you know what, maybe the iPad wasn't perfect for this. So if you're looking and on the edge of buying an iPad, I 100% would say buy an iPad 9th generation. If you want to spend a little bit more money, get the little bit more updated one, go to the 10th gen, but you're going to spend like an extra $120 for a slightly better display and a slightly better camera. So other than that, if you're just watching videos, $329, hanging out, just using it casually, no complaints. I would 100% recommend it every single day. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you later, and peace out.